the end result is I'm still going to heaven, like it or not. I'm still going to heaven, at least for this. At least I'm covered for this anyway.
She had just the most infectious laugh, and that was definitely signature Kathy.
August 3rd, 1988.
And that morning was like just any other morning.
Kathy Grieve, a wife and mother of 2, worked in the same office as her sister Janet.
I just remember giving me some sisterly advice. I remember wanting to say thank you for the advice she'd given me, and that was one thing I know that I never did. Of course, she never came back after that lunch.
A short time later, Ronald Nienhuis entered the LRT station. The 23-year-old had a long, violent criminal record. At the time, he was on day parole for bank robbery.
I was going somewhere when, this lady is passing by and everything. We're out in front of the staircase, the staircase that goes down to the main concourse, and that was where she was walking by me, and I grabbed her bum. First thing I have to do is I have to make her be quiet, because if somebody else comes along, this is, just gonna get even worse and worse and worse. I just got out of prison and all. I got this here white woman screaming. And I was thinking that, that's good for about 5 years already. So what I did was I grabbed her like that and I pushed her backwards when she was screaming and all, and that was when she fell down and hit her head. And I thought she was, dead from that. I tried to dispose of her body in one of the cubicles, but she kept falling over all the time. So I had to tie her onto one of the things that was sticking out of the wall there to keep her in place.
Nienhuis then ripped off pieces of Kathy Grieve's clothing and, using her pantyhose, tied her neck to a handle in the cubicle. According to the medical examiner, that stocking caused her to strangle to death.
What do I do now? And the first thing that popped into my mind was that there's another guy. This guy's on the run.
Nienhuis says he made the crime look like a sexual assault, hoping police would blame this man, escaped convict James Fowler. Nienhuis then went back to his room at the correctional center.
But on the way back, I stopped at a liquor store, and then I bought some Valium from a prostitute that lives down in the drag area, I think.
Psychiatrists determined Nienhuis wasn't mentally ill, but he was a psychopath with an extreme form of antisocial personality disorder, which means that there was nothing physically or mentally wrong with him, but he had a destructive way of thinking and acting. In fact, up to 80% of prison inmates have some form of it. There is no treatment.
Somebody who has a long-standing pattern of violent and antisocial behavior, that pattern won't be stopped by a prison term. It'll stop him offending while he's in jail. He's likely to restart it once he goes out, and most of them have the view, you do the crime, you do the time.
There's some things, I lie about, and I figured out, really early on, what lies to use, or, what line of sort of my answer is going to be around. I better come up with something plausible, something that close enough to the truth, but something that can't be proved either way. And it's, they're just gonna have to live with, what I say, and I'll take some heat, but not as much as I would as if, the whole truth be known and all.
A month after the killing, Nienhuis broke parole and ran away from the correctional center. He says he confessed his crime to a priest in Vancouver.
You have to be truly sorry in your heart. That's one of the things, right? And then, 2 Our Fathers and a Hail Mary after that. And, act of contrition, like donating to a charity.
How about turning yourself in?
Yeah, I'm not too. Some guy said, I'll take you by the hand and we'll both go to the police station together, and I sloughed him off at that point. Who's this guy in the police station? St. Peter? What's he gonna do? This guy's just a mortal human being.
Somewhere in the darkness of his mind lies the reason why, instead of running away, Ronald Nienhuis attacked and killed Kathy Grieve. That secret will likely die with him, he believes, in prison.
you go over and sit down and think, well, I wonder if this person's got a family, or I wonder if she's a church-going person, or, you know, does she get along good with her folks and her sister and all. You know, you sit down and you think about all this, you have far few murders.